This is my quiz for plant hormones, man. You gotta be careful of those plants in their teenage years, man. You never know what the hormones are gonna do. Alright, now, first question, draw a table, major groups of plant hormones with a chemical nature, sites of biosynthesis, method of transportation, and effects on plants for each hormone group. Alright, now the major groups of the hormones in plants. We're gonna start over here. You got the auxins, the cytokines, the gibberellins, the ethanogens, and the abscenic acid. So, start at the auxins, man. They're at the tips of the roots. The root stem's vascular cylinder, and they promote cell growth. Next, we go over to cytogens. Cytogens, their roots, they transfer from shoots to shoots, and their process is, delaying aging. The gibberellins, here we go. They're located in the plastids phylum, and they move from a flow-to-flow pattern, and they promote the flowering of the plant. The ethanogens, they're everywhere. There's they're everywhere, from the stems to the roots to the leaves to the fruits. How they transport is they attach to the cell membrane and, attach to the cell membrane and go down through the endoplasmic reticulum, and they help ripen the fruit. Now, the last one, abscenic acid, as you can see here, they're located in the vascular tissue. Their methods of transportation, they just go cell to cell, kind of like cancer, except this is a good thing. That may have sounded insensitive. Kind of like a mite, it goes cell to cell, it'll go over your body. And it helps the plants. It helps the plant processes. Just helps with the general processes. Now, considering the following scenario, a Kansas horticulturist is wanting to transport several large lemon trees to help a friend in California, assuming that she has all the materials that she could possibly need. What actions do you think she should take to ensure the tree arrives freshly to California? Explain your response using what you know about plant hormones. Well, one thing you're want to do is you're gonna want to keep the right soil. So the lemon tree not too acidic, not too soluble. It's just the right ones. And actually, wouldn't it be the opposite? Wouldn't California want to be transporting lemon trees to here? Anyways, they just have better for it. Anyways, the right soil, and you're gonna want to put the correct fertilizer. When you're going, you're gonna want when you're driving there, the fertilizer is gonna to make sure it stays right. Probably want the gibberellins to and the cytogens. That way it delays. That way the plant doesn't age by the time you're driving to there. You're gonna want a fertilizer with that stuff in it. And then when you're driving there, periodically you're gonna want to take stops, water the plants, make sure you got the right hormones on. That way, they don't end up, getting too ripe, getting too sour. Something doesn't happen to the plant. And you're also gonna want a close container with the proper amount of sunlight, to make sure it doesn't do too much, because not enough sunlight, well, then it'll shrivel up on the way down. So probably like a glass wall on top, that you can kind of open, close the shades as needed. Let's see, 3. Consider the following scenario when a plant is left to germinate in a shaded area with no sunlight. The seedling appears yellow in appearance and spindly. Explain what hormones you think are responsible for this pattern of growth when a plant is left seed to germinate in a shaded area with no sunlight. Okay, so without the sunlight, you're going to be lacking some of the hormones to be made. So you're going to be lacking some cytogens, some ethanols. Plant, it'll be going all over the place, not exactly looking right. Um, abs absent acid, you're going to be lacking that, so it's just not going to be germinating because of what they offer um, to the plants. Now, considering the following scenario, you are a gardener wanting to grow lush roses for your flower bed and want to find a product at your local hardware store to achieve these results. Explain what plant hormones you would look to be included in a product to obtain these results and why. So, first, you're going to want to start with the absent acid because it's good to put in the plants and roses, especially if you're trying to germinate. So it'll actually help get the bloom the roses faster and on time that you need. So the next thing you're gonna want to get is the ethnogens, because you're gonna want to help ripen because it's gonna help ripen the flower. It's gonna, you know, you're gonna want to make sure that ethnogens are in there because it'll help ripen the flower, and they'll look prettier. It'll just kind of speed up it a little better, but it'll also be getting the proper nutrients that it needs. Now the last chemical that you're gonna want in it or hormone is the gibberellins. Now the gibberellins they help produce the flowering. They help flower just like the ethnogens. They're gonna want to help flower. They're gonna help the plant flower better, get better color. Look great.